Alrighty there, pluckers. I have sore fingers again with a slightly unusual lesson for me, finger picking. As you know, I don't normally do finger picking lessons, but this song is obviously Dear Prudence by the Beatles, and really there is no other way of playing this song other than finger picking. It just doesn't sound the same. You can't really strum it, okay? So I've relented and I'm hopefully going to teach you how to finger pick this song. Fortunately, the finger picking on this song, the majority of the song is just one finger picking pattern. There's about 95% of the song is one single pattern, so it just repeats the fingering all the way through the song, apart from one small bit which it pops up occasionally, but it's only very briefly. Okay, so there is a bonus to it. There's only two finger picking patterns, and one of them is the majority of the song. Now then, let's get to it. I am in drop D tuning, standard tuning, apart from the bottom E string, which is sort of down to a D. Okay, so basically loosen off your bottom E string until it sounds like your fourth string, the D string. You're in drop D tuning, only the one string. Okay, the bottom E string has to be changed. So now got the tuning sorted out. So if you play a D chord, obviously you get a very deep bass note on the D. Yeah. So drop D tuning. Right, now then, the finger picking. I'll show you the first chord, and then maybe you need to just practice that chord until it sounds right, and then hit the other chords. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm playing the my first finger is playing the 12th fret of the second string, the B string. My second finger is playing the what I'll do is I'll just zoom in a bit on my there we go, right. So first finger, 12th fret, second string. Second finger is playing the third string on the 14th fret, and my third finger is playing the 14th fret of the top E string. Okay, so there's just those three fingers. All the other strings are open. Okay, now then, okay, this is if you want a name for this chord, I think it's could be called a D6. Okay, but right, the most important thing, the finger picking, or yeah. Now I'm not a finger picker myself. I only learnt finger picking a few years ago myself, self-taught, so no one's taught me to do it. And I only use my thumb basically and my first finger for this song, my thumb and my first finger. But you can use more fingers if you feel it's more comfortable for you. Okay, so the thumb is basically playing the bottom three strings, the sixth string, the fifth string and the fourth string are all played by the thumb, and the way I do it. And my first finger is plucking the third string, the second string and the top E string. Okay, so once you hold this shape, okay, the first pick is a double pick with your thumb and the finger. The thumb is hitting the fifth string. The fifth string open with the thumb. The finger is playing the top E string. Okay, so that's the first thing you play, is the fifth string open with the top E string with the finger. Right, then you play the fourth string with your thumb. So okay, then my finger then plucks the third string. So fifth string, top E string together, fourth string plays the bass fourth string on its own, then the finger plays plucks the third string on its own. Okay, okay. Then what happens is the thumb plays the bottom E string on its own. So, okay, two together, fifth and top E string, fourth string thumb, finger playing the third string, thumb playing the bottom E string. Then the finger plays the second string on its own. And finally the thumb plays the fourth string. And then the whole pattern repeats. Okay, so very slowly it's right. And just so you know it's the right thing, if you move this shape down 2 frets, it's the second chord of the intro. Okay, and this is I believe called a A7 sus 4 with D in the bass. I think I wrote it down somewhere. Not that there's any, anyway, that's the shape. So if you move this shape down 2 frets, so the first finger is now on the 10th fret of the second string, second finger is on the 12th fret of the third, and the third finger is on the 12th fret of the top E string. Okay, and you just repeat that pattern. Okay, so the 5th string with the thumb together with the top E string with the finger. Thumb plays the 4th string, finger plays the 3rd string, thumb plays the bottom E string, finger plays the 2nd string, and thumb finally plays the 4th string. So 2 together, so that one sounds like, so you put those 2 together, you get okay, got that? So let's just go through this again. First shape, the D6, 5th string open with the thumb along with the top E string with the finger together. Then the thumb plays the 4th string on its own and the finger plucks the 3rd string on its own. So okay, then the thumb plays the bottom E string on its own and the finger plucks the 2nd string on its own. So now you've got this. And finally the thumb plays the 4th string open. So the whole pattern, move the shape down, exactly the same picking pattern. Okay, so I'll just zoom back out and I'll show you the rest of it. Okay, so having done those 2 shapes, okay, let's just get this right. Just so those 2 shapes are the first one and the second one. The next shape is this. Okay, barring the first 2 strings on the 10th fret, first finger, and the second finger is playing the 11th fret of the 3rd string. It's a partial D chord, and it's exactly the same picking pattern. Okay, that's okay. Then you move that shape down 2 frets to a partial C chord with D in the bass, barring the first 2 strings on the 8th fret, first finger, 9th fret on the 3rd string with the 2nd finger. Exactly the same picking pattern again. Okay. Then you make a D shape, which is a G chord, partial G chord, 7th fret, first finger, 3rd string, 2nd finger, 7th fret of the top E string, and 3rd finger, 8th fret of the 2nd string. Exactly, it's like a D shape, yeah? So that's a partial G chord. Okay, again, same picking pattern, so now you've got. Okay, then we play a partial A chord, like these 2 that you played here, barring the first 2 strings on the 5th fret, 6th fret on the 3rd. Again, same picking pattern. And then finally, the last one on this run really is a partial C chord with D in the bass. I'm playing the 3rd fret on the top E string with my first finger, and the 5th fret on the 3rd and 2nd strings with my second and third fingers, same picking pattern. Okay, so that's, and the final chord obviously is back to D, which is the whole song is actually in D, it revolves around D. Straightforward D chord, same picking pattern. 5th string, top E string together, 4th string thumb, 3rd string finger, bottom E string thumb, 2nd string finger, 4th string thumb, so you end up with. Okay, so now you've got the whole intro stroke outro, so play it slowly. And obviously that C one you play twice, that one you play twice, all the others it's only once, okay? And then obviously it carries on from the D and you do a little progression. But I'll show you that in the next lesson, okay? So this is part 1 of 2 lessons probably, okay? But really, the onus on this lesson is to try and get you to do the plucking correctly. Okay. Now, when I started doing finger picking, I started on a song called Kathy's Song by Paul Simon Stroke and Eva Cassidy's version I did, and it took me. Even though I had the tablature and all the rest of it, and it took me quite a while to actually get it to work. It's one of those things that you pluck away merrily, that you just don't seem to be getting anywhere with it, and then one day you just play it and it clicks, and once you've got it clicked, you're away. But for me it just I played for it for couple of weeks or so, this little I think it was the sort of opening sort of. I'm in the wrong thing now because I haven't got the right tuning for it, but you know what I mean. It's finger picking, and then you think, well, I just don't get it, and then all one day you come to it and you play it, and it just works, and from then you take off. From then on you think, well, why didn't I get that 2 weeks ago? You know. Anyway, just persevere, okay, and hopefully you'll get it. This is a fairly easy one to learn it on, actually, so it should come fairly quickly. Anyway, I shall see you in part 2, if everybody is ready for part 2. Anyway, once you've got this off, part 2 will be fairly straightforward, okay? So see you later. Bye for now.